Oh man, what's up? Hit that like button, man. Look, I've always said I have a conflicted viewpoint on two different figures, and that's Jay Z and Michael Jordan. I'm a fan of Jay Z, the rapper, when I was growing up, but I don't really care for Sean Carter, the person, the businessman. Jordan is basically the same thing. When it comes to Jordan as a player, it's almost like Mike can do no wrong. And you got a lot of LeBron's cronies in today's NBA. It seems like nowadays, a lot of guys from this era, it's like it's almost built in. As soon as they retire, they're going into the media, they become an analyst. Right now, even if you look at that Celtics roster that had that rivalry with LeBron, three of those people are in the media, in KG, Paul Pierce, and now Kendrick Perkins. And Perkins was already, a couple days ago, made his top five list. Yeah, we're listening to Kendrick Perkins in his top five. Like, we give a fuck. and, and he puts Jordan number two and LeBron one. Now, he seems to be the only person from that Celtics LeBron rivalry that walked away with admiration for LeBron. He doesn't take shots at him like KG and Paulie does. But he said LeBron's number one. I guess it just impacted him differently because he wasn't watching it on television like Jordan. He was actually in the game. And I'm like, okay, I could kind of understand. Frye played with LeBron for like 3 years, his second stint in Cleveland. He's your typical shooter, you know what I mean? LeBron's always got to have, shooters around, obviously. I mean, you had J.R. Smith, you had Mo Williams, you had fucking Mike Miller, whatever. So Frye, who's become who retired a few years ago and now is in the media, he goes on to say, not gonna lie, I wasn't a Jordan fan. I'm from Phoenix. I'm a Barkley guy, Kevin Johnson guy, Thunder guy. Basically, he rooted for everyone, not the Bulls. As soon as everyone was shocked, I never had a Jordan on my top player of all time. Anyways, I've got LeBron above Jordan, and he says he only had one job, which was just to score, and he did an amazing job at that. But I don't feel like his way of winning then would translate now, and guys wouldn't want to play with him. I guess the Last Dance is exposing Jordan's character, and that's where he's coming from, where he says guys would want to play with him. Look, the fact that I know that's bullshit, that it wouldn't work. First of all, they did a poll I think earlier this week, and they asked people and anonymous, who would you want to play with, LeBron or Michael all time? 70 something% picked Mike, but when people say his game wouldn't have transcended, I'm like, y'all, who just died earlier this year and y'all forgot about it because of COVID-19? Kobe Bryant. Kobe was the second incarnation of Michael Jordan, and he won 5 championships in 1 decade in this millennium in the 2000s, and then still dominated individually, statistically, until he was gone. He dropped 60 his final game. Who the fuck? As many half of the guys that are dominant now are just elite scorers like James Harden and company. So what are you talking about? You know what I mean? I don't understand. All he did was score. Kobe had a couple of scoring titles also, and he was still dominated and had a big impact on today's game. So I don't know how you could say Michael wouldn't. I think Michael would have scored even more points in today's game where they can't even hand check. You can't smother no one like chicken. You can't do anything. And you think that that wouldn't transcend? I don't understand. But I mean, this is what happens when you got former guys who literally just finished playing with LeBron that are in the media now. They have that influence where they can say things like this. In Jordan's era, other than Barkley, not too many guys retired from that era and went straight into analyst work. I mean, it was Barkley, Mark Jackson, Doug Collins, Michael's former coach, Jeff Van Gundy, a few of them. But most guys, they kind of stayed away from it. Gary Payton just got into the media. A lot of these guys don't. That's just not how they were wired. These guys now go straight to the media and become cheerleaders, and their opinions are very biased. You already damn near know what they're gonna say. So I'm not even surprised Frye said this shit. If you want to say that you just like LeBron's game better, then fine. But don't say the Jordan wouldn't have been able to play in this era. Like, but how dominant do you think this era is? Where you don't think he wouldn't have been able to get off and drop 40 a game if he wanted to, possibly? I don't understand that. But that's Frye. I mean, this is a dude named Channing. What the fuck do you expect, man? I'm about to get out of here, man. I have, like I say, rule of the day: don't listen to people over sports when their name is Channing. I'm out of here.